momentarily. In the meantime, please feel free to kick back and relax in our lobby. Visit our memorabilia museum, presided over by the MC, our executive producer, a real mover and shaker. He'll shake hands with anyone in a crowd. Historic, but you won't find a stuffy museum here. We keep our history right next to our nice cold refreshments. Take a look through the glass, right into the past. Old Jerry here is sure you'll find a souvenir or two in here that'll grant access to fine markets. People behind the general admission ticket to the Decameron doesn't include access to our Gilded Spoke VIP lounge. But if you can find something that proves you have what it takes to be a proper helmsman, we may be willing to make an exception. Make concessions to your hunger. Literally, whip yourself up a treat. Simply grab your mask to remove it. guests, we are about to begin. Take off your interdimensional Mr. Bob and conclude all usage of this series. But without further ado, your show.
Hello? Hi! Snap if you can hear me! Alright, is everybody... You there, darling! My little cherub that looks so very lost. Can you snap if you can hear me? Alright. Well, I think we're off to a good start. Welcome to my backyard. My name is Haylee, and I am so thrilled that you RSVP'd to this little invite that you didn't even realize you RSVP'd to. How are you all this evening? You're doing well? It's good to see you, my little darling Peter Papaya. It's been a while. How are you? Crob, is this our first time? Oh my goodness, this is a miracle. And you? Have I met you before, my little Swiss cheesy? No? Well, oh hi, my name is Haylee. It's a pleasure to meet you. And you? You look like you are brand new, straight out of the mud. Hi, my name is Haylee. How are you? Oh, you're good. Waving a mask. All right. Well, you know, I think this calls for a story. I do. You know, standing around a campfire like this kind of reminds me... Well, it's not really a campfire. It's a backyard fire, but I'm calling it a campfire because, I mean, it feels like we're camping right now, doesn't it? And you know, it reminds me of my mom. You know, she'd always tell me stories when I was a little girl swatting at the mosquitoes, you know, as you do by a campfire outdoors in the wilderness of Canada. Anyway, here we go. Are you Canadian too? Oh, on the other side, on the other hand. I have no idea what you're saying. I am terrible at pantomime. I'm just going to let you know that is not my skill set, pantomime. I am lousy at it, but those of you that know me know that about me. I am terrible at pantomime. But I am good at two things. One is dancing. The other thing I'm good at is acting. So that's what we're going to do today, okay? Excellent. Now, I have another little story for you, and this one starts with the truth. I, like you, am home right now. Raise your hand if you're at home. Knew it. I'm actually standing in the middle of my living room barefoot, and well, if you hear any meowing, do not be alarmed. That is my cat. Her name is Foxy, and ever since I started working from home, she's become my very vocal, very judgmental fur-covered assistant. You have a judgmental fur-covered assistant as well? You understand my pain. Does your fur-covered assistant jump on your bladder at 3 a.m.? No, you have a well-behaved assistant. Lucky you. My goodness. Anyway. So as you know, I'm a dancer and an actor. And like most of my colleagues, my work has just disappeared. And I really miss rehearsing. I really miss being on the stage with my friends. And since being home alone for this much time, I started working on a play all by myself in my living room called The Tempest by William Shakespeare. But I'm finally ready to kind of get this play, you know, off of the page and out of my living room and into the world. And so I was curious if you wanted to help me with a couple of scenes. All right. Well, then let's hop right into it, shall we? Let's set the stage. Let's pretend my balcony is no longer a balcony. It is a stage. It is an area for sacred performance. And actually, do you know what? Because we're using our imaginations right now, this isn't any old stage. This is the Globe in London. The very stage Shakespeare premiered his works on. I mean, those floorboards have history in them, you know? Ah, yes. It is an open-air stadium filled with multi-level seats. And you know, us poor little groundlings, we would scrounge up a penny to stand right here in the pit or the yard of the globe. Meanwhile, the nobleman would pay top dollar to sit on the stage with the actors. But if you think about it, that's not very safe anymore, because when you're sitting that close to the actors, you're going to be spit on. You're going to be sweated all over. And then, like, the fake blood, because it's Shakespeare and dramatic, it'll just, like, all over everybody. All right? Yeah, disgusting. So, actually, we're really safe right here in the pit, in the cheap seats. You know what I mean? Anyway, the Tempest. Ooh, it opens up in the most dramatic way possible. Now you, little cherub, you right here, tell me if you have heard of anything more dramatic, okay? You are going to be the judge of this. Now, imagine the curtains open, and the actors are on a boat in the middle of an ocean, in the middle of a storm. And now this storm is not caused by natural forces in the atmosphere. This storm is caused by a mythical being. So it's not even a natural caused storm. And this is how the play opens. And of course the actors are like losing their minds and they think that they're going to die and all of that drama. Can you think of anything more dramatic than that? Exactly. Would you like to be an actor and show us how it's done? Oh, yes. All right. Would anybody else like to be an actor, a brave sailor? Okay, little onion, all right. And you know what, just for fun, let's have 3 actors today. Let's put 3 sailors on this ship. We need actor number 3. Swiss cheesy! All right, you brave soul. Volunteering to go into this storm. My goodness. Okay, and then the 2 of you, I need you 2, my Krabby and Peter Papaya, I need the 2 of you to be on special effects, all right? All right. Oh, you're getting into character already. Oh, you're going to be fabulous. Here, 1 torch for you, 1 torch for you, and I'm going to send you up to the stage. You, and you. All right. Now, I'm going to talk you through this, okay? So, the lights are off. Good. The curtains open. A tempestuous noise of thunder and lightning is heard. A lightning strikes. Good. And now, the actors are running around frantically. They are terrified. They're losing their minds. They think that they're about to capsize and they would have to swim to land. And hi, my hearts, cheerily, my hearts. Yar, yar. Take down the topmast. Tend to the master's whistle. Blow till thy burst thy wind, if room enough. Yes. Oh, you're doing very well. Keep up the panic. Keep up the panic. Maybe you start swimming. Maybe one of you have already fallen. Maybe you have to, like, send them a life raft. Good. And take down the topmast and bring her to try with main course. And now you all steer the ship back onto main course. Good. And the curtains close. The lights go dim. And the audience goes wild. Bravo. You are all incredible. You guys work really well as a team, I have to say. Now, you know, there's something quite magical about acting. With just your imagination and words, maybe a costume or a little lighting effect, you transport yourself and the audience into a totally different state, place, time. But as you can see, you're all a little bit different than me. You are time sprites, and I am just a human in my backyard. And your masks hold a whole lot of magic in them. So we are going to put that magic to the test. Peter, I'm going to pass one to you, and I need you to pass it along. Take one, pass it along. Thank you. My, it's a very large group today. This is lovely. Do we all have a little piece of wood? Okay, good. Let's make this choreographic. Come on, let appease the dancer part of my brain. You remove your mask in unison. Oh, everybody hey! Who's being grabby paws over there? There we go. There we go. All right, remove your mask. Let the shard of wood hover in your mask. Good. Snap once above it to ignite it, and circle the perimeter of your mask in a counterclockwise direction. Keep circling. Keep circling. Circle. Thank you, Peter. You're a very good helper. Good. Ah, yes. Oh, you have performed to the point that the tempest that I bade thee. Oh, by accident most strange. Bountiful fortune hath mine enemies been brought to this shore. Now all of you go make thyself like a nymph of the sea, be subject to no one's sight but thine and mine, naked to every eyeball else. Now go take this form. Now go take this form. Come on, give me your cutest sea nymph poses, why don't you? Okay. All right. We're gonna work on this drama. All right, that's totally fine. But let's hear. You know what? Just for fun, I love doing this. Everybody, throw your hands towards the heavens like this, and scream at the top of your lungs so your neighbors can hear you. Ariel, approach! We come! I boarded the king's ship. Now, on the beacon, now, in the waist, on the deck, in every cabin, I flamed amazement. The fire and cracks, the sulphur is roaring, the most mighty Neptune himself seemed besieged and made his bold waves tremble. Yea, his dread trident shake. Not a soul. All but mariners plunging into the foaming brine and quit the vessel. And Ferdinand, the king's son, was the first man who leaped and cried, "Hell is empty, and all the devils are here." Full fathom five thy father's line, of his bones are coral made. Those are pearls that were his eyes, nothing of him that doth fade, but he suffer a sea change into something rich and strange. Seed nymphs hourly ring its knell. Hark! I hear them ding, dong, bell. Whoa, that was wild. That was Ariel. The spirit that summoned that really bad storm, that was them. Kind of spooky. But you know, now we have to ask the question. What about the Tempest itself? Like, we see all the drama, but like, what about the story? What about the dialogue, the words that Shakespeare wrote on the page, you know? So I've brought you to a very important place. This is Prosperous Cell. And even more important than this cell, I need to ask you. Well, you know the question I'm about to ask. I'm going to ask you this, little crobby pants. What do you think of this costume? Is it cute? Oh, thank you. Thanks. It feels pretty good. It doesn't make my hips look too wide or anything. No, all right. It's tapered well. Okay. I mean, and check out these sandals. Apparently Danny, the costume designer, made those by hand. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. Anyway. Enough about the costume, more about the story. Sorry, I'm digressing. I love a good costume. What can I say? I literally think that's the only reason why I ever started dancing, and then it turned into my career. All right. So, we are here in Prosperous Cell. Now, this isn't any old cell. This isn't any old home. This is, in fact, my memory palace. Do you all know what a memory palace is? Yes. Well, just to give you a recap, just in case any of you are unsure, a memory palace is something that you construct in your brain, and it helps you. Some people put memories, hence the name Memory Palace. Other people, like me, I put lines of text in my memory palace. So in my memory palace, every little knick-knack has text of Prosperas attached to it. Now, if you don't know, Prospera, I'm wearing her costume right now, is the lead character in the Tempest. Yes, I brought you to my backyard so that I could be the lead for you. Yes, it's a little narcissistic. Just deal with it. It's an actor type thing. All right. So, oh, you agree? Oh, good. All right. I'm glad you guys understand. All righty. So, now when I'm also working on a new character, I make up what I call a golden nugget. I know it sounds crispy and delicious, either honey-coated or chicken-flavored, but it's a fancy way of saying I have a mantra for my character, right? And Prospera's mantra is this: those who control the narrative controls others. Yeah, that's a little bit manipulative, but, you know, it helps keep me grounded in the moments of the, like, what would Prospera do? Those who control the narrative. Oh, this is what she would do, right? So it kind of is, it helps me ground into the character. Now, enough chit-chat, more fun. I need each of you to go roaming around my memory palace. You have 15 seconds, so roam fast, to find a little knick-knack that speaks to you, and then I will bring thee to the present of how Prospera, the former Duke of Milan, came to be in exile. Ready, steady, go! 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. All right, everybody back. Ooh, we have a vase. Ooh, we have a pot. Oh, okay, I guess you don't want to do the pot. All right, we have a quill, a pen, and a... Oh, we have 2 of those? I think we're missing one little sprite still. Cherub! Okay, the cherub came back. Good, come on over. Ooh, and a coin. That is such a good one. All right, we are going to actually start with the vase. You know, Miranda and I... Miranda's my daughter, by the way. We had to pack so quickly. We were just in that, like, frantic state. And apparently I thought this was a good idea to pack. I don't know why. But sometimes it just, you know, it just happens. But here we go. So it is true. With the help from the Kingdom of Naples, my brother Antonio did usurp me and set me to sea with my daughter Miranda. Oh, yikes. And that is a pot. Actually, believe it or not, we put some vegetables and fruit in there so we didn't get scurvy on the trip. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Let's do... What do you have? My little Swiss cheesy. Oh, that's a good one. Bring that here. Yes. You know, writing, creating words, sentences, theories, ideas, magical spells. It all starts with just the stroke of a pen, right? Mm-hmm. And I love books. And this right here is exactly how a book begins. Well, actually, that's a lie. It starts with an idea, and then it goes to the pen. Right? But it's not a book unless the idea gets it goes idea, pen on paper, book, right? So, knowing I loved my books, Gonzalo did furnish mine own library with volumes I prized above my own dukedom. Mm-hmm. Here you go. All right. You there with the coin, come here. Ah, yes. Now we're about... Oh, pass that here. You can let go. I got it. There we go, see? I'll give it back to you in just a jiff. Now, we're going to learn about my evil brother Antonio now. My brother Antonio made an alliance so dry he was forswayed by the King of Naples to give him annual tribute and do him homage, subject his coronet to his crown, the dukedom bend, the dukedom yet unbowed. Alas, poor Milan. Most ignoble stooping. Yikes, well, that's a terrible little bit of dialogue or memory here. If you take that coin, put it close to your heart, make a wish, toss it into my memory pond, maybe you can change the fate of that coin. And last but not least, my duke hat. That disappeared. Pretend that I'm holding a Duke hat. Pretend that I'm holding a Duke hat, okay? Ah, thank you. You were so speedy, thank you. All right. The dukedom of Milan was mine by right, but through foul play we came from thence that my brother, called Antonio, and my uncle did claim the dukedom of their own. I mark thee, pray thee, that a brother should be so perfidious, that he, whom next thyself of all the world I loved, and put him to manage my state. Unbelievable. Does anybody else have an a-hole for a brother? Your brother would literally kick you out of your own house, and then, like, take all your prized possessions and your power. I'm so sorry. I feel your pain so deeply. That's a bummer. Anyway. And you? Where's your item? Ah, the ivy. Oh, yes. Now the ivy. Well, you know this little fact, Peter Papaya, because we've done this many times together. But the ivy holds some pretty interesting text. Now, you need to know a little bit about ivy before you know about this text. So, ivy is an invasive species, aka ivy is a bully. If you put ivy in a pot with another plant, the ivy will kill it and take all the nutrients of the soil for itself. I know. Such a darling plant. It looks beautiful, but my goodness, it is very, very mean. It's a meanie pants of a plant. So, here we go. My brother Antonio, holding both the key to officer and office, did set the tune of the state. Oh, no, that's a lie. Did set the hearts of the state to the tune that pleased his own ear. And being the ivy that hid my princessly trunk, sucked the verdure out on it. Do y'all know what verdure means? It means, like, nutrients. Verdure. Like, think of vert in French is green, verdure, right? Anyway. On to my, well, I don't know if I would call this a cherished memory, but this is the memory that sprung this whole thing forward. Here. Take a peek in there and let me know if your magic is working. Is it working? Take a little peek in there, cherub. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Alright, it is. Okay, good. Now, I want you to pour the contents of that bottle into the pond, and all of you need to snap into the pond to make the magic soak into the water. Everybody snippity snap into that pond. Snap, snap, snap. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. My people provided my escape aboard a rotten carcass of a boat, not rigged nor tackled, sail nor mast, to the very rats instinctively quit it. There they voiced us, to cry to the sea that roared to us, to sigh to the winds whose pity sighing back again did us but loving wrong. Oh, and there I am with my daughter Miranda. Do you see her snoozing so peacefully? Oh, my Miranda. I have done nothing but care of thee, my daughter, thee, my loved one, who art ignorant of what thou art, not knowing of whence I am, that I prosper, a master of a full course, and thy, my brother. I'm sorry to say this to you all, but, how do I say this? So before I met you this evening, I drank a cup of coffee, and now, hearing the sound of this water swooshing, I really need to go to the bathroom. And obviously I was a total ding-dong and I did not construct a bathroom in my memory palace. And so is it okay if we just take a quick pit stop to my backyard? All right, everybody click your heels 3 times. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Ah, it worked. All right, help yourself to some marshmallows. I will be right back. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for letting me do that, you all. I feel so much better. You know that moment where you feel like your eyeballs have turned yellow? That was happening to me in the palace. I know, my memory palace. All right. Now, have you all tried the marshmallows? They're pretty good, eh? Do you know what's even... You know what? I actually have a pop quiz for you all. What is sweeter than a toasty, gooey marshmallow? You are pretty sweet. You are technically sweeter than a toasty, gooey marshmallow. You all are, but that's not the answer to the pop quiz. It was a really good try, though. Me? Am I sweeter than a toasty, gooey marshmallow? I like to think that I am, but that's not quite the answer. Anybody? Should I just give you the answer? We're going to flip to the back of the book and look at the answer. Okay, here we go. This is what it is. Love is sweeter than a toasty, gooey marshmallow. And we are about to experience the love scene of the Tempest. Here we go. The very island we were exiled upon. Now, much is given to fate and luck, you know, because this island used to be presided over by an evil witch. This witch was so evil that she imprisoned the very island spirits, that's all of you, in the trees. And then you guys busted out when Prospera arrived. So, let's get down to this lovey-dovey business. So, here's the deal. We might think that this is a love scene, but actually, this is about Prospera flexing her manipulation muscles. So who here remembers Prospera's golden nugget? Kinda, sort of? Here, I'll repeat it. I'll repeat it, because this is going to be key to this moment. Those who control the narrative controls others. Remember that kind of manipulative little sentence? Yeah. So this is a scene about Prospera, like I said, flexing her manipulation muscles. So it is Prospera's goal to have her daughter Miranda, her sweet and innocent daughter Miranda, who we saw snoozing beside me on the boat. Remember that? So Miranda is going to fall deeply in love with Ferdinand, King Alonso's son. King Alonso is the king of Naples. He is my enemy. And we might remember Ferdinand as the first man who leaped off that flaming ship and cried, "Hell is empty and all the devils are here." That was Ferdinand. So Prospera's goal is to have the two of them fall in love, get married ASAP, and then they can all return to Italy, and it will undo all of Prospera's suffering that she has endured while being in exile. Now, let's get this off of the page and into the world. Little cherub. That's you. That's you. Question for you. Would you like to be Miranda or Ferdinand? Ferdinand! All right, all right, all right. Our cherub is Ferdinand. Now, cherub, you need to choose your soul spirit. So all of you, this is now an audition. Give me your strongest poses, and our cherub is going to choose their soul spirit. Everybody, strong poses. Strong poses. Nice. Oh, looking good, looking good. And you get to choose your spirit. All right, crappie pants for the soul spirit win. All right, Ferdinand and Ferdinand's soul spirit. Now, what's interesting about you is, Ferdinand, you are nothing without your soul. And the soul, you're just thin air without a body. So you are one and the same, all right? And now we need a Miranda. So all of you three, the onion, the cheese, papaya, Peter, papaya, I need you to give me your most nubile, flowering, gorgeous movements. Give me some Miranda. Give me some cutesy patootsy. Okay. All right. Cheese dove in there. Before I even said go, Cheese was like, I've got this. This character has been made for me. I mean, yes. All right. And now, Cheesy, you get to choose your soul spirit. All right. And that is Peter Papaya. You get to be Prospera. Here you go, darling. There's your magical staff. Cool. All right, Team Prospera. High five, man. Okay. Oh, I love it. Ferdinand's already drinking beer. You're such a dude. That's amazing. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. Prospera, you are hiding behind this tree. You are spying on the young couple, and you're making sure your evil plan works. Ferdinand, you are center stage, and you are flexing your princely muscles. You're just doing princely type things. Maybe you're drinking beer. I don't know what princes do, but I'm just saying these things. Miranda, you are hiding behind this tree right here. All right. Now I'm going to go invisible, and I am going to dictate this scene for you all. Capiche? You good? All right, cool. Here we go. The curtains open. Prospera is spying upon the young couple and does a little cackle of a laugh. Ha 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 ha. Miranda peeks from behind her tree, spies upon Ferdinand, and says this. Oh, what is it, a spirit? Lord, how it looks about. I might call him a thing divine, if nothing natural I ever saw so noble. And now she comes out from behind the tree, and Ferdinand spies her for the first time and is overcome by her beauty. And Ferdinand says this. Oh, the goddess on whom the heirs attend? Oh, you wonder if you be a maid or no, dude. Oh, haha, no wonder, sir, but certainly a maid. Oh, my language. Heavens! Myself in Naples. With my eyes not since ebbed, beheld the king, my father, wrecked. Good, we're going to take a quick pause right there. We're going to just explain what's going on. So, Miranda, you're calling him, yeah. Oh, what is it, a spirit? You think that he's just some heaven-sent god, you know? And he thinks that you're a goddess, but then Ferdinand kind of gets, like, tongue-tied a little bit because you're so beautiful, and he's like, oh my goodness, you're like a goddess. You speak Italian, I speak Italian, and I'm from Naples. I'm not Naples, like a piece of land. I'm just a representative of Naples, and I think my dad is dead, so I'm really sad. So, like, Ferdinand just, like, spews all of that at you. I know, and meanwhile, Prospera's just spying in her creepy sort of way. Good job, Prospera. Now, Prospera, I think you're getting a little upset because Ferdinand is flirting with your daughter, and your maternal instincts are kicking in. So we're going to jump to the next scene. Here we go. Good. Now Prospera comes out from behind her tree. She strikes a pensive pose. A pensive pose. Pensive, you're thinking. Good. They are in either's powers. And with this swift business, I must uneasy make, lest to light winning make the prize light. And so Prospera goes to Ferdinand and says to him in a very strong way, a word, good sir, for I fear you have done yourself some wrong, a word, and this is the very moment that Prospera accuses Ferdinand of coming to this island to kick her off, which is totally untrue. Ferdinand is just thankful he has his life and that he found land, right? Now, as this accusation is happening, Miranda comes in between Ferdinand and her mom and says this. Oh, Mama, stop! Nothing ill can dwell in such a fine temple. Mom, Ferdinand is super cute and I like him a lot. Come on, seriously, Mom? Mom, just be cool. And then, well, Ferdinand, oh, you sweet young man with all of your raging hormones, you're going to respond to this in the only way you understand how. It's sword time, dudes. So, Prospera, Miranda, step out of the way, or else you're going to be decapitated. Good. Prospera says this. Draw thy weapon, traitor, for I shall disarm thee with this stick and make thy weapon drop. Ha ha. And now you fight. Fight Prospera, come on. Gzz, gzz. And now the soul spirit fights Prospera. Ah-ha-ha. Now Prospera throws her hands into the air. Does an evil cackle. Ha 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 ha! Thy nerves are in their infancy and have no vigor in them! Yes! I win! And now, Ferdinand, you are Prospera's unpaid intern. Essentially, you're in Prospera's employ. Prospera has you doing some sort of yard work, like stacking wood. And, while Ferdinand is stacking this wood, Miranda, you're up now. You are going to go distract Ferdinand. Go distract him. This is the very moment that we decide and discover whether or not your plan is going to work. So Miranda's like this, yoo-hoo, Ferdinand! And Ferdinand is like, cha. And Miranda's like, oh, Ferdinand, would you like to be my husband? And Ferdinand is like, cha. And then Miranda's like, does that mean we're engaged? And Ferdinand is like, cha. So congratulations to the young couples. You are engaged, and congratulations, Prospera. Your evil plan worked. Fabulous. Good. Let's do a talk and walk now. Follow me. Meanwhile, on the other side of the island, the dukes and the lords have escaped the Tempest, and they are wandering the desolate land. King Alonso is there, and he's mourning because he thinks his son Ferdinand has perished. Now, Soul Spirit, is it okay if you are thank you. Is it okay if you're a representative of Alonso? Ferdinand's dad? Alright, cool. And you're going to be a Duke and Lord as well. And now, Soul Spirit, who is Soul Spirit again? You are the Soul Spirit. You are going to be representative of Antonio, your evil uncle, a.k.a. your Zio. Alright? Let me give you some ruffles. There you go. And you two, my Miranda, my Ferdinand, you just stay as is. Onward! Alonso! It is very important that you find sustenance for your crew. They are starving. They just survived a storm. Onward ho! Just keep walking forward. Ah, there we go. Good.
What are you doing to my feast? Spit that out. Spit it. I'm not inviting you here. You are men of sin, and on this island, lingering perdition, worse than a death can be at once, shall step by step attend to you, and your ways wraths to guard you from, which here, on this most desolate isle, else falls upon your heads, nothing but hurt sorrow. For 'tis my business that you, from Elon, did supplanted Prospera. Look at you there, standing all dumbfounded. Have you never seen a harp before? You're frozen. You're scared stiff, I see. Hey, y'all. Oh my goodness, it's just me, Haylee. What do you think of this costume? I know, it is next level. It is next level, I have to say. I also have to say, though, Brady, the figure of this harpy has to battle form divine Ariel, a grace it to devour. I could leave my enemies all on their distractions. They are in my power now, and I leave them in these fits while I visit Ferdinand, whom they believe is dreadful, who was in my loved darling Miranda. Now, let's get rid of this crummy weather and have a wedding celebration between the young couple, shall we? Onward we go. Woo!
Alright, okay. First off, let's get these poofs off of you. You all look like dogs with cones around your necks, and it's making me feel claustrophobic. Alright. Oh, that's so much better. I can breathe again. Oh, yes. Ah, there we go. Good, good, good. Okay. So, I have to say, those dukes and lords stampede themselves out of fright. That harpy scared the bejesus out of them, didn't she? Now, Prospera is going to give this young couple a little wedding gift, a little je ne sais quoi, a little vanity of her arts. And she's going to get island spirits to dress up as the different goddesses to bless this young couple. And so, I'm very excited. I haven't had 5 audience members in quite some time. We have 3 sprites and we have 3 goddesses to bless you. All right, so let's get this show on the road. Here we are. Let's come over here. We're going to use this arch. So I'm going to ask my young couple to come and stand under this arch. And the 3 goddesses that bless you are Iris, the rainbow messenger goddess. She's the one that summons everyone to your celebration. The goddess Juno, the goddess of family and marriage. And the goddess Ceres, the voluptuous goddess of agriculture and fertility. This is Prospera's low-key way of saying, psst, kids, when you're ready, I would like a grandchild. So, all right. Now, who out of you 3 would like to be our rainbow goddess, Iris? All right, Onion is so brave, stepping up to the plate. You're gonna be Iris. All right, good. You have your crown. Now, Iris is kind of like the wedding planner. You know, she's the one that gets everybody into the garden. She's the one that's making sure that the flowers are fresh and that the napkins match the bomboniettas because it's an Italian wedding. It's an Italian wedding favor, just FYI. So, like, you're just making sure that it's all coordinated. It's all spiffy. So I need you to give them a conducting dance like you're a maestro, okay? 5, 6, 7, 8. You nymphs called naiads of the windring brooks, with your sedged crowns and your ever harmless looks, leave your crisp channels and on this green land answer your summons. Juno does command. Come, temperate nymphs, it's time to celebrate. A contract of true love can never be too late. And now you give a rainbow-like pose, whatever that means to you. And and Iris receives her goddess mask. Fabulous. Now, which of you would like to be Juno, our goddess of marriage and family? Make a decision. Can we rock, paper, scissors? All right, Crob. Way to go. Here we go. 1 second. Let me get your little crown on. There we go. There we go. There we go. Excellent. Now, Juno is like our ring bearer. So what I need you to do is when I start singing, you make an onion. You give the onion to Miranda. Miranda takes 1 bite of the onion, hands the onion to Ferdinand. Ferdinand, you finish eating the onion, and by the 2 of them consuming the same onion is the equivalent of exchanging rings. You got it? All right, Juno. 5, 6, 7, 8. Honor, riches, marriage, blessings, long continuance, increasing hourly joy still be upon you. Juno sings the blessings upon you. Ah, bravo, well done. And Juno, just like that, you receive your goddess mask. And last but not least, our voluptuous Ceres, our goddess of agriculture and fertility. Now, Ceres, I need you to give them a love mojo dance. Exactly, you're infusing them with mojo. Are you ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Earths increase, foys in plenty, barns and garners never empty, vines and clustering bunches, growing plants so goodly, birthing a bowing. Spring come to you at the farthest, in the very end of harvest. Scarcity and want shall shun you. Sarah's blessing is so on you. And now you strike a fertility pose, whatever that means to you. And you receive your goddess mask. Oh, look how gorgeous you are. Now, our final blessing. Let's all join hands in a circle. Come on, Ferdinand. This blessing is just for you and Miranda. We're just here to complete the ritual. Now, Miranda, do you take Ferdinand to be your spirit? And Ferdinand, do you take Miranda to be your spirit? And with this blessing we have returned, and all has been made right through marriage. You know, Prospera gives up her magic to return to Milan. And well, now, so too I must leave you. That makes me a little bit sad. I have to say, before I leave you, thank you so much for being here. I mean, come on, like, without you, I don't exist. Without an audience, how can there be a show? So, thank you so much for being here tonight. It really means the world to me. Now, shall we go out with a bang and one last ritual? Okay, good. I'm going to point to different areas, and I need you to point with me. Are you ready? Our revels now are ended. Those are actors. As I foretold you, we're all spirits and have melted into air. Into thin air, like the baseless fabric of this vision. The cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, and the great globe itself, all which it inherits shall dissolve. Like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a rack behind, for we are such stuff as dreams are made on, and in this little life we are rounded in asleep. Now, let's have a little party before we must part from this illusion. This is like your wedding reception, okay? Oh, wow, okay, all right. That was unexpected. Oh my goodness, okay, all right, here we go. And Miranda and Ferdinand, it is time for you two to have your first dance. Woo! Look at that young couple go. Oh, gorgeous. Oh, it's like making me a little weepy. Look at young love. Oh, young love. Look at that twirl. Ferdinand's got the moves. Good. And now we're going to do a goddess trio. Goddesses, break it down, girls. Yeah. Oh my goodness, you guys are incredible. Thank you so much for being here, you audience and spirits that have been in my charge. I free you to the elements, and fare thou well.